Our Connor Chan and Abby St. John talked about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's situation and more on this week's entertainment panel.
Joining me once again is Abby St. John for the weekly entertainment panel. Abby, now lots of news on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard front because we know that this was in development for a while because they have been going to trial. So what are some latest details when it comes to those two?
Yeah, so the trial started early July and it's been going on now for a couple of weeks, and it will continue as final statements are expected to be made on Tuesday. But so far, a lot of back and forth between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, claiming that both parties did abuse one another, and they're both denying that they were the abusers themselves. Now, this all started when the British tabloid newspaper called The Sun put out an article back in 2018 calling Johnny Depp a wife beater and saying that Amber Heard had significant evidence against Johnny Depp. Now it's come out that Amber Heard allegedly was the abuser, stating that she threw vodka bottles at Johnny Depp, would punch him, and which is what she's been saying that he was doing. So it is a lot of back and forth, and it has come out that there was a lot of drug and alcohol abuse on both parts. So it's really a his word against her word argument. Now, Winona Ryder, who was Johnny Depp's former partner and co-star, did say that I don't want to call anyone a liar, but from my experience of Johnny, it's impossible to believe that such horrific allegations are true. Now, we won't find out for another little while after final statements are made whether or not Johnny Depp will win this lawsuit against the publication of The Sun. So it's all up in the air for right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. Now, I mean, I feel like we talked about this before many times when it comes to Mulan. The movie gets pushed back, and it's a matter of will we ever see it in theaters, because it was announced recently by Disney that it's now officially been delayed indefinitely.
Yes, it is very unfortunate that we don't have a set date for when we get to watch the live action Mulan in theaters. Hopefully, if it does come down to it, they will just go ahead and post it on Disney Plus. It would be nice to see it in the theater, get that full experience at it, as it is a very anticipated movie because it's different from their other live actions. It's not taking that shot for shot remake of the animation. It's really going in depth on the historic story of Mulan rather than the Disney version of it, which a lot of people were very excited to see. So hopefully one day, maybe next year, we'll be able to see it in theaters, or they'll just post it on Disney Plus as that. But with that being pushed out of August, that leaves that there is no Hollywood blockbusters release set for August. So it will be another little while before we see another big blockbuster in theaters.
Absolutely. And, biopics continue to be the talk of Hollywood. Now, recently, Dave Franco was announced that he will be portraying Vanilla Ice, believe it or not, in a biopic. So what are some details emerging on that, and just the overall general thoughts on Dave Franco portraying the hip-hop rapper?
Yes, it was announced not that long ago that there will be a biopic on Vanilla Ice called To the Extreme, which was the title of one of his debut albums. And Dave Franco has confirmed that he is set to play Vanilla Ice. They are in pre-production due to the coronavirus, so they haven't started. However, Franco did say in an interview that the tone of To the Extreme is similar to that of The Disaster Artist, which he and his brother James Franco both starred in, and James did direct that film. So it will be interesting to see that come to life because The Disaster Artist was a success. So it'll be interesting to see how To the Extreme on Vanilla Ice will play out, and hopefully it is as good as all the other ones that we've seen.
Absolutely. And just lastly, before we wrap up, Abby, I know the movie theaters across the country have not been getting those big blockbusters, but here locally, there have been a lot of older movies that are playing for a lot of people to go see. A lot of old classics, like Back to the Future for this week in particular, Up in Smoke, The Invisible Man, Avengers, just to name a few. So it's important for people to go out there and not only support local, but also get that movie experience because a lot of us do miss going to the movies all the time.
Exactly. Going to the movies is an experience that you can do on a date with your friends, your family, all that kind of stuff. So it's nice that the theater here in Lloydminster is accommodating. They're still open, but it's going to be those older films, like you said. They are playing the Avengers, the first one, Back to the Future, Up in Smoke, Dirty Dancing, and then for kids and families, they're also playing Sing and Trolls World Tour this weekend, and they have different times on their website to go and see. But it's nice that, considering we don't have a Cineplex, we don't have that big chain movie theater, so it's nice that we're still being you can still get your movie fix, but it would just be a little bit of more of an older movie. But I like that they are putting in those classics like Back to the Future and Dirty Dancing.
Well, I haven't seen Back to the Future yet, so maybe that's my goal this weekend. But Abby, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.